All right, today we're looking at something a little bit different on the channel, man, but you know, it all falls up under the accessory range, and we got to take a look at the new Mous Evolution case with their new intra-locking mounting system. All right, now, of course, a huge shout out to Mous for dropping me this over to check out. Now, I'm gonna be real with you. This is the first time that I'm gonna be looking at any type of accessory that mounts or anything like that. I've personally never used one of these, so these are gonna be my raw thoughts about it, and definitely we're gonna be comparing it, and let me grab it over here to the QuadLock, which is gonna be another system kind of similar to Mous, but I think Mous has a better way of implementing it. All right, so we'll compare this when we get to it. We compare the cases to each other, and we'll also compare how they mount up. So let's go ahead and set that to the side. But first things first, you already know, since we talk mainly about cases, let's take a look at this new Evolution case, because this case has some nice things that I want to see definitely in the Limitless line. All right, you know we got to talk about it, man, because this has some nice things. So we're going to set this to the side. We're going to bring the mount back over here when we talk about it, but let's go ahead and talk about the Mous case. All right, now this is your first time looking at this or looking at Mous period. I'm pretty sure you've seen their advertisements, man. They have some pretty extreme drop tests out there. I'm talking about from helicopters, just doing some wild stuff. So you already know what it is when it comes to the quality of Mous cases. If you're familiar with my channel, these are one of my favorite cases. I mean, I got it right here for the iPhone 13 Pro. So one of my favorite cases for the 13 Pro. So let's go ahead and look at the Evolution case. And the first thing that you see when you look at this case is that area where you can allow that mounting system. All right, we'll kind of get to the whole mounting system once we get to that part. Other than that, classic Mous on the back. It has this kind of type material. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You get that classic Mous braiding down there at the bottom. You get a little raised lip over there when it comes to your camera. Looking on the inside, you get a nice rubberized texture on the back of it to protect your phone. As you can see, you do have that IntraLock system, and you still have your MagSafe rings. All right, now this is going to be clutch, because when you look, let me grab it, at the QuadLock case, you're not getting any MagSafe, man. And y'all know my hashtag on the channel. Let me see it in the comments. Every case needs MagSafe, whether it's a mount case or whatever it is. That's the advantage already that the IntraLock system has over the QuadLock, is you can still also use that QuadLock system, but if you want to keep this case on your phone, you can still use it in your everyday life when you're talking about mounting it in your car, putting it on your MagSafe charger at home. You don't got to worry about taking anything off or it not being MagSafe compatible. All right, so that's a nice little touch when it comes to the inside. And other than that, you get that air shock material around the corner. You already know that's going to allow for that nice drop protection, giving you some of that nice shock absorption. And one thing that's different, and this is the two things that's different that I would love to see in the Mous Limitless line, is look at those buttons. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at those buttons. So this is the old Limitless right here. Well, not the old, the current Limitless for the 13 Pro series. And this is the new Evolution series. All right, two things. Grip. You see the grips on the sides, man. That's one thing. If you are a Mous case user, you know we love their cases, but we always say we want a little bit more texture. We want a little bit more grip to be able to hold on to the case, man. And that's exactly what they did with the Evolution series, and as well as the buttons. The buttons weren't terrible. The buttons also could have used a little bit more improvement, but you see they have new buttons, raised, volume up and down, and the same thing when it comes to the power. Now, this is a good thing to see, because I have their S22 Ultra version, and this isn't an IntraLock case. This is just a straight up Limitless line, and you see they do have those new buttons incorporated. All we now are just we missing a little bit of that grip. So come on, Mous, I see you can do it, man. You put it in the S22 Ultra when it comes to the buttons. Just give us a little bit of love when it comes to that grip, and it'll be A1. All right, but other than that, this is your standard classic Mous that you can expect when it comes to a case. Snap it on, you get a super tight, snug fit all around, no issues. You already know you get that elevated bottom, you get that elevated top for the lay on tail protection. Once it's snapped in, it's good, but that grip just makes it feel that much better when you're talking about holding it on the sides. I mean, we're working to be almost the perfect case out here, man, if you just hit this with the Limitless line. But with the Evolution series, planning to be more rugged, catering to people who live the outdoor lifestyle, whether it's biking, whether it's doing stuff like that, you may be in areas where you might need to get a good grip on your phone. I do think that these little grips serves just that purpose. All right, and then like I stated, bringing the MagSafe over here, say you pop it off your IntraLock system, and then you get home and you just throw it on MagSafe, and there it is. It's lined up now. Everything works just fine. Well, there it is. I thought I didn't have my MagSafe plugged in, but everything works fine with MagSafe. All right, so that's kind of be a little trick right there. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the new IntraLock system. All right, so the first accessory that they have, and I wish I had a bike to show you the mount, but I don't have a bike, man. But shout out to my dude Alex Gear and Tech, man. He did an amazing video on this Mous IntraLock system where he actually used it on a biking system. So I'll be sure to link his video down here, and I'll be make sure to pin it above. He definitely did a good job. I don't have a bike, so if you're looking for a bike system, go to his channel and he can show you the bike, man. But let's go ahead and keep showing you the actual mount itself. Now, the thing that Mous wanted to accomplish was to make this very easy. All right, once again, this is coming from someone who's never used the mounting system. All right, so this right here was my first ever iteration of even seeing a mount system. So the way the IntraLock system is, as you can see, you have those 4 corners and you have that little clamp system that's going to work. But also around the outside, it has magnets to where you can just line it up perfectly and it just snaps in. Now, you don't have to press the buttons to snap in. Say, for an example, this was just sitting on your bike. All you have to do is just press that in and you're good to go. All right, like you just literally pop it in and you're good to go. You don't have to press anything. So just imagine this right here being in place on your bike or being in place with whatever accessory that they're going to come out with, because they're going to extend this accessory line to where it's not only a bike mount, but they have all different other mounts as well. Right here is if you have like a GoPro stick or something, you know, like a GoPro rod, or if you have GoPro accessories, they made this to where it's accessible so we can use all of those old GoPro accessories, and it just works just fine. But expect to have many other products, I'm assuming, and I'm thinking with Mous, when they can just expand the whole range when it comes to IntraLock. But right now they have this bike mount that works very well. And the way this works against the competition, like I said, very nice. So when you're putting it up here, it's already basically attracting to that magnet. As you can see, it already has that magnet, and you just literally press it in and it's good to go. And you release it, press the 2 buttons, and you release it just fine. Now, when you look at the competition, okay, so let me go ahead and take this off of the Mous case here. So we're gonna set this here. Let's take a look at the QuadLock case. Now, I'm not really gonna go into detail all about the case itself, but we already showed you the differences and everything like that, but I just wanna basically show you how this system works compared to the Mous system, all right? Now, one thing that we do gotta take note of is, let's go ahead and bring it over. So you see with this one, it's a few more steps to get this bad boy mounted on. So it says lift right here. So first things first, it's not magnetic or anything. So that's already gonna provide maybe a little bit of struggle for someone who is their first time putting this on. Now, what you have to do is push. It says push right here, QuadLock. So what you have to do is kind of find the area and then rotate to get it snapped on. Now, I'm not sure about you, but if you're riding a bike and doing this after time, I feel like this will be just a little bit, and you kind of got to lift this up to release it. It takes time to get used to. You can get used to it, but it's just a little bit more fumbling around than grabbing this and just snapping on, boom, and making it easy. Got this, you have to lift, twist, and then snap it out. All right, so the Mous iteration is just a little bit easier. The IntraLock system just makes it that much quick, that much easier. Now, another thing that I want to talk about is the adjustments. All right, now with the adjustments on the IntraLock, on the Mous system right here, let's go ahead and look at this first. You have a little screw right here that's already built in. So if you have different style handbar, you know, different length handlebars, you can kind of lift it up and do as you do right here. You can kind of do its own thing right here. But when it comes to the QuadLock system, this one, in order to loosen it, you're gonna have to have a tool with you, all right? Now, I'm not sure about you, but you ought to know it's all about picking your stuff up and having everything with you at one time. So you're gonna have a tool, an Allen head, to get in there, loosen up, and then kind of make your adjustments as is needed. And in my opinion, that's just a little bit more cumbersome. And this is an all-in-one design to where you don't need any tools, you don't need anything, and they make it very easy to, I'm trying to turn it like QuadLock, but you don't need to do that. It just pops on. It's very simple, easy, gets the job done. So that's going to be the differences basically when it comes to the QuadLock case and the QuadLock mount. Things are just a little bit easier than QuadLock because you can't just simply pop it on like the Mous case. You're going to have to pull this tab, push this in, line it up, and then twist it. All right, where the Mous, all you got to do, boom, and pop it on, you are good to go. So Definitely a nice little addition, man, to the Mous family. We know we love to see their quality products. I love what Mous has going on over there. And if you're looking for a case that has a mounting system, especially if you're a diehard biker, I'm actually going to show this to my buddy because all he does is bike, and I'm curious to see what he uses. And I might can bless him and give him one of these systems, man, because I do think this is a good thing you need to go check out. And it's classic Mous. We all know the Mous quality that you get. Just like I said, Mous makes one of my favorite cases for the iPhone 13 series when it comes to the Limitless line. And now they have the Evolution with some very nice things that I can see going forward that can just make the whole Mous lineup that much more beneficial, man. But if you're interested in one of these, I will be sure to leave the link down below. Also, check the pinned comment and also check the description because I do have a discount code that'll save you a little bit of money when you're thinking about going out there and picking up one of these Mous Evolution cases with their all new IntraLock system. But yo, take it to you. I'm about to get up out of here. Make sure you do all the YouTube things, but make sure you definitely hit that like button and subscribe and turn the bell on so you don't miss out on any of these future videos that we got coming for the channel. But yo, everyone, please be safe. Catch you on the next one. Later.